This video presentation of Plug Power Inc. It's a NASDAQ listed stock trading our ticker PLUG. Stock's reversed course in 2013 from making a nice move at the beginning of the year up to 76 cents to plunging all the way down to around 11 cents. Then putting together a nice uptrend, making up a good portion of the losses back up to 53 cents before slipping again. But now it looks like it's back on the climb, riding right on top of this 50-day moving average. And yesterday, with an increase in volume up to 4.1 million shares traded, stock closed up almost 17% to break back through a little resistance point right around 40 cents and to push back above the 200-day moving average, a place that's had a tough time moving above, as you can see, in more than a year. That's generally a bullish sign. Now we want to pay attention to this going forward, see if it can break through another resistance point at 53 cents to continue to make higher lows and higher highs. MACD held that zero line. That's a good indication of the overall bullish trend continuing. The ADX really cooled, showing not a lot of strength to a direction at this point. You can see when it's reached this level over the last 9 months, it's bounced off of that point and added strength to the direction following hitting that mark. So again, I want to pay attention to it. ADX down this low, down around 16. Again, there's not a lot of strength to a direction. So you look for it to start to move upward and show some more pressure one way or the other. All three components of the MFI, really outside of this dip right through here, held a pretty strong position with people paying higher prices for the stock. And again, by registering well over 50, that's a strong look. Accumulation distribution, kind of in a bit of a wedge, coming down through here, but overall making higher lows, indicating that there's still buying pressure in this stock. That's reinforced by a shake in money flow. Down here in the red, selling pressure was outweighing buying pressure, but now registering right near zero, telling me that over 20 periods, buying and selling pressure is basically equal. According to the CCI, the break of 100 is a technical buy point, and I see that just happened yesterday. Full stow up near 80 shows there's good momentum in the play, and even the tricks to the lagging indicator has dropped a bullish cross holding zero. All optimistic signs of bullishness coming back into this play. RSIs, again, holding over top of 50. That's kind of the benchmark point between bulls and bears having control of momentum. And I always want to see all three components holding over top of 50 to show that the bulls are in charge. So all in all, the indicators are looking pretty strong for this chart to try and continue to push. I see a nice upward trend. That's why I was talking about higher highs and higher lows. That's the pattern I'm looking for to continue. And importantly right now, I want to see it hold above these key moving averages, the 50 and 200 day. It's coming pretty close to a golden cross where the 50 passes through the 200 day. That's an important cross in technical analysis. What I'd look for from a support level, I'm just going to identify this down here at 35 just for the sake of where I do see a low end support. But more importantly, I'd be paying close attention to right here around 41, 42 cents, the resistance point that it pushed through with yesterday's movement. And that, of course, keeps it over top of the 50 and 200 day. So that would be the key spot I'd really be watching. And with it closing at 46 cents, that keeps the stop loss right around 10%. Of course, I'll be looking for volume to stay strong because I want to see this push and have a lot of steam behind it because it's going to meet some top-end resistance at 53. It's going to meet a little bit more down here, right around 46 cents, right where it closed. But I expect it to be much tougher at 53 to try and take out that old high. Now, there is some more historically, right back in here around 60. But I'd suspect if it makes a strong move, it's going to be much stronger up around 70 cents. Now it's a pretty healthy move from where it closed and happens to coincide with the top end of this trend line. So I look for that 70 cent mark to be a pretty tough spot for resistance. But of course it has to break through 53 first. If it did happen to come up here, hit that spot, want to trickle sideways, not a big deal to me. It's almost a bit of a cup and handle type of formation if that happens. That's a pretty reliable continuation pattern. But this chart really caught my eye because of that little increase in volume over previous days and the break through that resistance point. So I think it's one worth keeping an eye on going forward to see how it performs. As always, merely my interpretation of the PLUG chart. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.